Hello everybody, I'm Greg Rust, and with thanks to Shannon's, it's time for Kid Byers' highlights from the British Grand Prix. We head now to your commentator, Kid Byers. Thank you very much for that, Rusty, as we take a look at the start of the British Grand Prix. Round 9, I think, of TRL. Away we go then. I managed to get my best qualifying performance of the year in 6th. Chastity, plenty of wheel spin, loses the rear end at the start, and then I lose the rear end, the front end, you name it, as I smack into trick shot on the start. Totally my fault. I went into turn 1 a little bit too hot, understeered straight into the Ferrari, and that put me right back to the back of the field and totally ruined my best qualifying performance of the year. As we fast forward to lap 4 then, time to catching up to the back of the pack. Collingpool, my arch nemesis over the first couple of weeks of TRL, runs a little bit wide. Kid Byers making the most of his opportunity there to go through and up into 10th place and off in pursuit of El Majacco, who pulled a Swifty on me, it has to be said, because here we go, lap 7 now, coming out of the pit lane. He tried to do the undercut. He pitted a couple of laps before I did, and boy, it works out perfect, as you'll see in a moment, as I come out of the pits here. Very tight pit lane, bang, and I lost my end plate of my front wing. But anyway, in the meantime, as you can see, I'm already starting to understeer. Jacko goes through. Brilliant bit of undercutting strategy there from the champion of you know what I'm trying to say. He's been a champion before. Look at that understeer. Damn. Front wing end plate gone. So I made another pit stop, and then I thought I might as well make another pit stop, get a fresh set of tyres, and well, same place again. Pretty much the same move. I go past Collingpool up to 8th place. Now it's the last lap of the race, and I had a 5-second penalty. So you do the math. So I've passed him there. I've only got the last sector or so to go. And could I get a 5-second gap on him within the last few corners? And I did that. And here we go, the podium celebrations there again. Nico Rosberg, a.k.a. Rafa, Dubsy, the bridesmaid yet again. Never a bride, always a bridesmaid, but I can't talk. I can't even get into the bridal party. But anyway, look at the celebrations. There we go. Rafa and Dubsy and Andre. It's Mercedes and McLaren and Williams there. 1, 2, 3. Well done to Rafa. He's nearly got a perfect record this season, all bar Canada, as we take a look at the final results then. Rafa, Dubsy, Andre and Danielson. Good performance for Williams there. 3rd and 4th. Chastity, after a bad start, finishing 5th. Trickshot in 6th. Stylen in 7th. Bad result for him. Kid Byers in 8th. Have a look at that. Just ahead of Collingpool. And the rest of the results on your screen. Jacko there getting disqualified. I'm not sure what happened to Tooley in his first TRL race. As we fast forward ahead then to the Hungarian Grand Prix with thanks to Shannon's. Rusty, fuck off. We've had enough of you already. Look at that. Both Ferraris there. Chastity in 6th. 5th, the cart dude. Jacko, Dubsy, Stylen, and surprise, surprise, Rafa in pole position. As we take a look at the starting grid, I got my lap time invalidated, so I'm right at the back of the field. We didn't actually turn out too bad to be at the back of the field, as you can see, is the chaos that'll start happening in turn 1 there, and people were going all over the place. So I take to the grass on the inside, and this is where it happens there. Someone gets hit. It might have been Jacko or Chastity, then into a trick shot as well. And have a look at that. I've come out looking squeaky clean from that. And I've slotted in magnificently there behind the 2 Williams cars. They're both on the prime tyres. I'm on the options, and as you'll see in a moment, it worked out very well, actually, for me, as lap 2. So we haven't even got DRS yet, but it doesn't... I don't really need it, as I get a good run on Andre and go up to 5th place. He sort of slingshots back past me, but I've managed to get through. Gets the job done! Through the inside and now off in pursuit of Danielson up in 4th. And Danielson, it's vital that I get past Danielson to, I had a lot more pace than he did in the first stint. He's on the primes, very difficult to pass around Hungary, as we all know. It's sort of like Monaco without walls. And so I'm off in pursuit of Danielson, a lot more pace than him. Can I sneak down on the inside? I go for a cheeky look. Oh, he just closes the door on me. That was very, very fucking rude, I thought. Anyway, fast forwarding ahead now. He's all over the place. I've got more pace than him. I needed to pass him. I couldn't manage to get past him, so I tried to do the undercut. I came out about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of him actually, but then I left too much for my prime tyres to do as we come around the last corner. He managed to catch me because obviously we were doing separate or the opposite strategies. So he's on the option tyres, and a bit like me in the first stint, had a lot more pace than me, and the benefit of DRS as well with a couple of laps to go. Very disappointing for me as I try and come back at him here, but he's going to have DRS yet again. I thought I could get my first podium of the TRL season. Very disappointing, but 4th place I still managed to get, which is still my best result of the TRL season, beating my 5th in the Bahrain Grand Prix. But very disappointing. So a couple of laps left to run then. I thought I had 3rd, but I just didn't have the pace. My primes fell off the cliff at the end. And yeah, that was all she wrote. So I tried to stick with him and keep him honest, Crofty, but I couldn't manage to do it. Look, there's no way through there. Look, as he goes through, he's made a little mistake here. Kid Buys on the inside. Oh, they touch! And wowee, well, I nearly thought I was through there, but he closed the door quick enough and said, you're not coming through there. As the last lap of the race, there we go, across the line. He ended up finishing 3rd in the end. Kid Buyers 4th, and I don't know why we keep showing these podium celebrations or podium cutscenes, because they're pretty much the same 3 amigos every time. But Rafa's done it again. He's probably got double the amount of points of everyone else combined in the championship so far. Dubsy yet again in 2nd. Can't quite get to 1st. He will one day. And who's that in 3rd? Danielson. That's right. I've been talking about him for the last 5 minutes. Okay, there we have it, folks. There we go. The end results on your screen. Rafa, surprise, surprise. Dubsy 2nd. Danielson 3rd ahead of Kid Buyers. My best result of the season. Style and Trickshot, Collingpool, Andre, and the rest of the results there on your screen. Jacko, disqualified yet again, taking a leaf out of the Kid Buyers book from last season. That's all we've got time for, folks. Monza and Spa next week. We'll see you then.